Myself, Radha Gandhi, lecturer in Parul Polytechnic Institute. Today, we all are gathered here on this virtual media platform to learn something interesting. Hereby, I welcome you all at today's the participants in today's session about set yourself free. It's time to speak. Topic for all the students. So, without any delay, I would like to welcome our today's speaker, Miss Anmol Sehgal, on behalf of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much for such a nice introduction. I will give you a little more information about myself. So, my name, yes,
Okay, ma'am.
all right. So, my name is Anmol Sehgal. Anmol means priceless. I am from the city of Joy, Kolkata, where people are as mishti as rasgullas. I am a BCom graduate from NMIMS Mumbai, and I am a soft skills expert teaching college students, undergraduate and postgraduate students on topics related to soft skills. So, which means I cover topics related to mindset, behavior, attitude, and communication. It is my purpose in life to reach out to as many people as possible and help them become better versions of themselves. So, this is a little bit about me, and I am very happy to be on this platform, to be addressing you, and to be boosting your confidence. So, confidence is the key to a successful and happy life. Confidence is something that all of us are looking to build. It is a skill, it is very much required in order to be self assured and in order to take continuous actions. All right. So, confidence is something that a lot of people struggle with, but they know that it is the key ingredient which is required to be successful. All of us want to be successful, right? And yeah, so confidence, some people think it's a personality trait, but it is actually a skill. It is developed over time with knowledge and with experience. So if you continuously keep on doing one action over and over again, you will become more confident automatically. So through this talk, through this webinar, I hope to teach you 4 techniques to be able to build your confidence. A lot of people, I'm going to be saying a few things that you might relate to. And let's talk about when are the times where we feel underconfident. We feel underconfident when we are made to talk about an unfamiliar topic, when we don't have enough information about something and we're asked to talk about it, or we're meeting new people. So if we're in an unfamiliar environment, we're meeting unfamiliar people, we tend to feel a little uncomfortable, a little ill at ease. We feel underconfident when we are thinking about all the things we're not good at, when we're not in a good frame of mind. That is when we are underconfident. We feel very nervous before an interview. We feel very nervous before going on stage. Most people feel underconfident when they are made to do public speaking. 75-80% people feel scared. They have stage fright, right? Underconfidence is what? When you are afraid. That is because you don't have enough experience. You've never done it before. You've not met these people before. And also we feel underconfident because we put too much pressure on ourselves. Because we want to be liked by everyone. I suggested this name, Set Yourself Free, and it's time to speak. Because I feel like when you're confident, you're truly free to be who you are. When you're completely at peace with yourself and you are free to be exactly who you are. So when we have these kind of insecurities, when we are feeling nervous, when we're feeling like we're not performing well, we we tend to hold back. We don't voice our opinions. We don't take action. Most people, they keep their opinions to themselves, and they do not voice their opinions. They do not they do not put their points across. They don't put their thoughts, opinions, ideas across, because they feel like they won't be accepted by everyone else. But it is not reality. It is what you are telling yourself. It is the way you are judging yourself, and not what others are thinking about you. So we are our harshest critic. We feel like we're not good enough. People don't feel that way. So everyone is in their own head, thinking about themselves the most. So when we feel underconfident, the first thing that comes into our head is, what will the other person be thinking about us? Whoever we're meeting, whoever we're addressing, what they will be thinking about us. We're more focused on them. We're valuing their opinions more than we're valuing ourselves. The first thing that we need to do is, we need to believe that we are special. We need to believe that we are good enough, that we are adequate. So that is the first thing that we need to do. We need to tell ourselves that we're good enough. Then only we will be able to create a positive, impactful impression in front of other people. So coming back to the four techniques that I'm going to be telling you about, let's start with the first one. All right. So a lot of us feel very, very hesitant in taking action. By action, I mean we feel hesitant in asking for help. We feel hesitant in making mistakes. We feel hesitant in doing things because we don't want to embarrass ourselves, or we don't want to receive a negative response. We want everyone to give us a positive response, which is why we don't take enough steps to achieve success. So whenever you feel hesitant, take a step forward instead of taking a step back. So this technique is called just go do it. I'm sure all of you have heard Nike's phrase, just do it. I've just added one word, go. Just go do it. So what happens is, whenever you're trying out something new that you don't have a lot of experience with, you feel scared that you're going to fail. You feel scared that you're not going to be able to do whatever it is that you're setting out to do. So your brain will tell you you don't have enough experience. Your brain will remind you of all the times that you have failed, of all the times that you have embarrassed yourself, right? So your brain is just trying to protect you from future embarrassment. Your brain is just trying to protect you from making the same mistakes that you've made in the past. So you have to tell that voice that is telling you all of this to calm down, and tell that voice that you have to take action in order to grow, in order to gain experience. You need to take action. You need to gain more experience and gain more knowledge. And how will that happen? When you continuously take action towards whatever it is that you want to achieve. So for example, to simplify all of this, I've said a lot of words. To simplify all of this, let me give you an example. So when you were very little, when you were very young, you did not know anything when you were born. Then little by little, you started learning a few things. You started trying a lot of things out. You were, with the help of your parents, you started learning a lot of things. And then you started, so we did not know English when we were born, right? We picked it up over the years, and we kept on practicing communicating, right? So little by little, by constant practice, constant classes that we took, whatever school we went to, with the help of our teachers, with the help of our parents, we learned that language, and now we can speak properly in that language. So we kept on learning, we kept on working at it, And now we can do this one thing. We have this one skill. We know how to speak this one language. Similarly, whatever it is that you do, you have to keep on working at it. You have to keep on taking action in order to learn whatever it is that you're doing, in order to become good at it. You feel confident when you are good at something. In order to be good at something, you need to do it a lot of times. So do not be scared of making mistakes. Do not be scared of embarrassing yourself. You need to come out of your comfort zone. You need to take action, and then only you will become good at it. No one is born good at something. It is acquired. It is a skill acquired over time. So that is the first technique. Just tell yourself to go do it. Just go do it. Right? So whenever you have to send an email asking for help or guidance, do not think that, what if this other person doesn't respond to me? What if I don't get the positive response I want? Just go write that email and send it across. If you have to ask someone for help, just go and ask that person for help, because you need it. A wise person knows when to ask for help. If you have to experience something, so if you're scared of talking to a group of people, if you want to do public speaking, if you do it for 3 times, maybe, the first 3 times are difficult, but the 4th time, because you've done it 3 times before, it won't be that scary. You will perform well because you've done it. You've had the experience of the 3 times that you did it before, right? With every time so from personal experience, every time I address an audience, each time I get more confident. Each time is a learning experience. So similarly, you can start out by addressing a few people, a bunch of people, close people. Then you keep on increasing the number of people in your audience, and you keep on treating every opportunity as an opportunity to speak. So taking action is the first technique. The second technique is setting goals. Setting smart goals. So what are goals? Goals are benchmarks that you set for yourself. So in order to take action, you need to know why you're taking that action and what will that action lead you to. You need to give yourself some direction, right? So for example, if you want to lose weight, that's a very common goal that people have, that I want to lose weight, right? And so after we've decided that this is our goal, we'll have to decide what action we will take to lose weight. So we can work out, we can do either yoga, or we can go to the gym, or we can go for morning walks, we can jog in the park. There are a lot of different things that you can do. What suits you best is what you will have to decide. But that goal needs to be set first. You need to realize what is it that you want. So that goal will guide you to take appropriate action. Knowing where you're going gives you confidence. Knowing what you're working towards gives you confidence. And achieving those goals, making achievable goals, tracking your goals gives you confidence. So, all right. So you have set this goal that you're going to lose 5 kgs in 3 months. So you've made your goal a smart goal. Your goal is specific. You want to lose 5 kgs in 3 months. Your goal is measurable. So you've assigned a number of kgs to your goal, right? Your goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. These are the 5 things you need to keep in mind to make your goals smart. All right. So once you have achieved this goal, if in 3 months you have lost 5 kgs, you will feel confident to work towards a more difficult goal. You'll set another goal for yourself and keep on moving ahead. So every time you achieve a goal, you get the motivation to move ahead, which is why it is important to be smart about the goals you set. So that is the second tool or technique that you can use to gain more confidence. Set smart goals. Uh, there are a lot of various different aspects in our life. Physical or health related goals is one. Career goals is another. Then financial goals, relationship goals. There are so many different kinds of goals. So you need to factor in all of these aspects when you're setting your goals. And you need to first you set your goals, and then you need to identify what are the things that you need to do in order to achieve these goals. So for me, I am a speaker, I'm a trainer. I want to so I have identified 4 types of actions that I need to do. I need to practice my speaking. I need to learn more in order to teach more. I need to create content. I need to brand myself as a speaker. So I make a lot of videos and upload it online. And I need to work. I need to find ways to make money financially. So these are the 4 things that I need to do in order to achieve my career goals. Now, if I take content creation as an example, if I specifically take content creation, then I need to set goals in the beginning of the week that I will make 3 videos by the end of this week and I will post it online. Very specific, achievable. I've done it before. Right? So this is what increases my confidence, and this is something that you can use too. Then the third thing is your appearance. Appearance management is the third thing that can help you become more confident. So whenever you are deciding what to wear, there are 4 things that you should keep in mind. The 4 A's of dressing. All right. The first A is appropriate. You need to dress appropriately. What does that mean? You need to dress in accordance to the place that you're going to. You need to dress in accordance to the company that you're going with. You need to dress in accordance to the time of day. There are a lot of different things that you need to keep in mind. So, for example, if you're going for an interview, you are expected to wear formals. You are expected to wear proper trousers, dark color trousers, light color shirt, a blazer. For men, you have to wear a tie. You need to dress that way. Your socks should be matching to your trousers. Your shoes should match your belt. Right? So these are small specific things that you need to keep in mind. How is this important? How does this play a role in confidence? Right? You might ask. So, for example, you have gone into an interview wearing casuals. You're not dressed according to what is expected out of you. And you see a room full of other candidates dressed properly. How will you feel? You will feel out of place, right? You will feel like you should have put in some effort. And when the interviewer sees you, the interviewer will feel like you're not serious enough about the interview process. That is what you will communicate through your dressing, right? That you're not serious. You didn't care enough to wear a proper suit, whatever was expected out of you. So being appropriately dressed is very, very important. Secondly, authentic. So now, what is authenticity? To be who you are, right? So to dress up authentically means whatever you value most, to dress up according to that. So for example, all of us, we watch Bollywood movies. I'm assuming that all of you watch Bollywood movies, so you know who Ranveer Singh is. Ranveer Singh is someone who dresses up in a very dramatic way, very loud clothes, uh, very loud and colorful and attention grabbing clothes is what he wears. So that is him being authentic. He is a loud person. He wants attention. He values attention more than comfort. So he will wear very loud clothes, very loud colors, so that he gets all that attention from everyone else. Similarly, if you're someone who values comfort, who values, uh, you know, who values comfort and who wants to dress in a very sober way, who doesn't want a lot of eyes on them, so you will dress according to that. You should dress according to that. It doesn't mean, so if you're going for an interview, you can wear formal clothes, but you have to be most comfortable in those clothes if you value comfort a lot, so that you are able to perform to the best of your ability. If you're expected to wear very stylish clothes for a party, you can also look good in a comfortable dress or a comfortable attire. So it depends on who you are inside. That should reflect outside. So that is the second A. The third A is attractive. Now, by attractive, I don't mean really stylish clothes. I'm not talking about the fashion aspect of it. I'm talking about wearing the right size, the right fit. So you should wear clothes that fit you perfectly. You shouldn't wear clothes that are tight or are very loose. So for example, you've gone out, you are out with your friends and you're wearing something which is very tight. You will constantly be thinking about, I should have worn something else. This is not looking good. How am I looking? What are they thinking about me? Those are the thoughts that you're constantly thinking about, and you're not enjoying their company. So you've gone out to hang out with your friends, but you're constantly thinking about the fact that you're not looking good. When you're not looking good, you're not feeling good about yourself. So it's very important, in order to be confident, to wear clothes which are exactly the right size. Additionally, if you wear clothes which are crushed, which are crushed, for example, you haven't ironed your shirt and you've gone in for an interview, you will constantly be thinking that you should have ironed your clothes before stepping out of the house. So clothing plays a very important role when it comes to confidence and communication. If So Albert Maharabian is a communication expert. He was a communication expert, and he came out with his own model, which described the elements of communication. There are three elements: verbal communication, vocal communication, and body language. These are the three elements of communication. Body language has 55% weightage. Vocal communication or tone of voice has 38% weightage. And your words only amount to 7%. So you know your clothes speak louder than you. The way you appear, that is more prominent, and that speaks more volumes about you than you can ever speak for yourself. Maybe you didn't know the weightage percentages, and you didn't know exactly what these elements were, but subconsciously you are very aware about the way you're looking whenever you're out in public. So if you dress attractively, you will feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, you will act good. You will act in a very confident way, which will attract more people to you. So, whenever you step out of the house, ensure that you've ironed your clothes, ensure that you're wearing the right size of clothes. Don't wear tone clothes that are not in the right shape. Don't wear something which is faded colors. Don't wear all of these things, and ensure that you're attractively dressed. The fourth A, the fourth A is affordable. So you can look stylish, you can look confident in clothes of any budget. You know, there are so many e-commerce websites which you can buy clothes from according to your budget. So you need to ensure, I mean, you don't need a lot of money to buy clothes which will make you feel confident. You just have to uh, identify how much is it that you want to spend, and spend only that much amount. So these are the 4 A's for appearance management. These are the 4 A's that are going to help you decide what to wear for every situation. Dress appropriately, dress authentically, attractively, and buy affordable clothes. All right. So this is the third technique. Clothes, clothes and confidence, appearance management. Then the fourth technique is positive mental movies, positive mind films. So this is the most important technique, and I want all of you to listen to me very, very carefully. You are already very successful. You are successful, and you can achieve whatever it is you set your heart to. Why am I saying this? You are in college right now. You've come a long way. Look back. A couple of years ago, you did not know a lot that you know right now. We have learned and we have grown over the years, right? We have learned so much over the years. We started with nothing, knowledge of nothing, and we've built on it, and we've reached college. So we've graduated from school, we've reached college, we have learned so many skills over the years. So you're already very successful. You already have a lot of skills with yourself. So you need to remind yourself of all your successes. I have come up with a name for this technique. It's called Moaflix. All right. It's Moaflix. Moi means me in French, and flix is movies. So a lot of you might be watching Netflix, right? So it is a version of that. It is your mental mind films. So what happens is, whenever we're feeling underconfident, our brain is reminding us of all the negative things that have happened. So all those memories play in our head, that you tried something before and you failed, or if you haven't ever done this before, so if you do it right now, you will embarrass yourself. So these are the thoughts that come into our head. We very, very easily access all the memories which are negative. It's our way to prevent ourselves or keep ourselves from making the same mistakes again, or trying new things, coming out of the comfort zone. But it's very important for you to come out of your comfort zone, to learn new skills, to be successful. So it is your responsibility to upload positive mind films on your mental hard drive, your mental OTT platform. So what I suggest you do is, you make a list of all your success stories. Make a list of all your success stories and remind yourself of all of these things whenever you're going in for an interview, whenever you're addressing an audience, whenever you're trying something new and you are very nervous about it. Just remind of yourself that these were the times that you you have been successful in the past. So if you could do it then, you can do it now. Don't go into an interview thinking that you're not going to get the job. Don't take action thinking that you're not going to be successful at it. Visualize a positive outcome. How will you be able to do that? You will be able to do that when you remind yourself of the time that you were successful before. So whenever I am nervous and when I did not have a lot of public speaking experience, what I used to do is I used to remind myself of the time when I have spoken to people that I met for the first time and they've liked what I've said. It's a very small success, but reminding myself of that would give me the confidence to speak to a new crowd. Right now, every time I'm taking action, every time I'm doing a new class, I'm trying to make it a success story that I can use in the future. The more of these successes you collect, the more confident you will be. So confidence is having that faith in yourself that you will be more successful and you will achieve your dreams, and having that faith in yourself that it's okay to make mistakes. Every time you make a mistake, you will learn something and grow from it. So it's very important to have all of these things in order and have the right mindset to keep on moving forward. So just to recapitulate, taking action is very important. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, you will only be able to achieve, you will only be good at something if you've done it a lot of times. So confidence is being good at something, right? You feel confident when you're good at something, and you're only good at something when you have taken that action over and over again. So give yourself that chance to take action, give yourself that chance to learn. When you start a new job, you will take time to understand what is it that is expected out of you and how to do it. So give yourself that, that time frame that I will learn how to do this in 3 months time or 6 months time, and it's okay if I make mistakes in this period of time. So take action whenever you're feeling hesitant. Just tell yourself to take a step forward instead of taking a step back. Then set smart goals for yourself. Identify what is it that you want, identify the actions that you need to take, and make all of these goals smart, meaning assign a measurement to it. Assign, so I will lose 5 kgs in 3 months. I will read for 1 hour every day. I will read 1 book in a month, right? So make it quantifiable. Assign a time frame to all your goals. Then the third thing is dress appropriately, authentically, attractively, in affordable clothes, and take out good amount of time every day to dress. Take out half an hour every day to groom yourself, because when you're looking good, when you feel like you're looking good, you feel more confident. And the fourth thing is, remind yourself of all your positive memories. Remind yourself of all your successes, because you've already achieved a lot. You might have won a competition. You might have impressed a few people that you didn't know before. You might have taken action. You might have taken a bold step and done something that wasn't expected out of you. You might have lost weight before. You were thin at one point of time, and right now you've put on more weight. But if you remind of yourself of the time that you had lost weight, then you know that you can do it again, right? A lot of us, we've put on a lot of weight during the pandemic and we want to lose weight, but we feel very demotivated. So if you remind yourself of the time that you did manage to lose a lot of weight, you can do it again. So this is just one example which might be relatable to all of you. If you've been successful in the past, you can be successful in the future, is what I'm trying to say. So uh, just having that one list, journal it, write it down so that you can refer to it whenever you're feeling underconfident. So these are all the things, these are the techniques that I've come up with. Do whatever works for you. And it so this bit was about confidence building, confidence boosting, the techniques that you can use to boost your confidence. Now it's time to speak. Let's focus on that. All right. So because we feel so underconfident, because we feel like we will embarrass ourselves, we do not voice our opinions. We do not express ourselves. There are a lot of problems that are happening around us, and we do not speak up about these things because we feel like our opinion won't matter. When you start building on your confidence proactively, if you start taking all of these steps, whatever I've told you, seriously, if you start empowering yourself, telling yourself that your opinions matter, whatever it is that you do matters, you will be able to solve the problems that are happening around you. You will create a better life for yourself and for the people around you. It's just because we do not speak up, we do not ask for things, we do not stand up for ourselves, that our quality of life doesn't improve. All of us want to improve the quality of our life, right? We want to make a difference for ourselves and for others. That will only happen if you take enough action, if you practice speaking. So speak up for yourself, ask for things. Your opinion matters, your story matters. All of you have gone through a very beautiful journey, and you have reached wherever you have because of the struggles you faced. So have that confidence in yourself that you are going to continuously keep on moving forward, because there's no other way. You cannot become unsuccessful now because you've already achieved a lot, right? You've already learned a lot of things. So you can't become unsuccessful. You have reached one level after learning so much. You can't unlearn things, right? You can't go back. So there's only one way, and it is the way up. So if you take enough action, if you put in that much effort, you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. So speaking up for yourself, finding your voice is very important. We are communicating at all times. Even when we're not communicating, we are communicating. Your silence also speaks a lot, right? So we should use our communication skills to get whatever we want. We can use our communication skills to influence people. We can use our communication skills to brand ourselves. We can use communication skills to send out the right messages. So use all of these things to your advantage. And if you're someone who's really struggling with confidence, if you're someone who finds it very difficult to stand up for themselves, just know that the first couple of times are difficult. The first couple of times when you try to stand up for yourself and you're turned down, first couple of times you approach an audience, you don't perform well, but that's just the first couple of times. Once you start doing it more often, once you start taking more action, things get easier. So it is very important to come out of your comfort zone. It is very important for you to try new things, and it is very important for you to speak up, because you're living with a lot of other people. We live in a very interrelated world. Look around you, there are so many people. We work with people, we work for people, right? People work for us, with us. So we need to communicate in a very effective way at all times. And that will only happen with practice. That will only happen with practice. So whenever you're communicating to other people, if you want to build on your communication skills, just whenever you're talking to people, listen to them very carefully. Whatever the other person is telling you, that can be something new for you. If you register that in your head, your knowledge is increasing. So if someone else mentions something related to this, you will have something to say. So treat each communication as a small training. So for example, you're talking to someone new from a different city, and that person is telling you about the dishes that their city is famous for. You're learning something new that day. You ask them questions, you ask them more and more questions. You're learning something new that day. And then when you meet someone else from that city, then you have something to say as well. That I've heard that this is the dish your city is famous for. Which place do you go to eat this in your city? So in every conversation you're learning something new. So if you're mindful about it, you're learning a lot of things and you will have a lot to say, right? So keep on building upon that. Don't be afraid to talk to new people. Every person has a lot to teach. So this is it from my side. I would like to take up any questions that you have. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. The question is, ma'am, what are the students having those who are the student having the lower grade student, how to build the confidence of that lower grade student to achieve to increase the grade. So, what we can say, they will build the confidence in that.
I couldn't understand. What is it?
The question is, ma'am, whatever the students having, the students getting the lower grade, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they are having the lower confidence. So how to
Yes.
build boost their confidence?
Firstly, remind yourself that you are people who are in first year. You're talking about that, right? First year
Yes,
have less confidence than people who are in the third year and the fourth year.
exactly,
So
exactly.
yeah, so firstly, you need to be okay. You need to tell yourself that you are very young and you're still learning things. You need to tell yourself that when I learn about more things, when I have more knowledge about the subjects that I'm currently pursuing, I will automatically be more confident about those subjects. So comparing yourself to others is something that you need to stop doing. You are at a better place than someone who hasn't started college. You know more than someone else, people who are younger than you. So instead of comparing yourself, focusing on other people, if you decide that this is something that I need to focus on, I want to build my career in this field, you set that goal for yourself, and then you identify, I will have to read books, I will have to gain practical knowledge, I'll have to do internships. Then take all of those actions and become more confident with more experience. So first identify what is it that you need to do in order to learn more about a subject or in order to progress in your field. If you want to be uh, if you want to be an engineer, a civil engineer, right? You need to you need to know about a few things. You need to gain practical experience. So you need to do internships. You need to read up books. You need to do more case studies. You need to do all of these things and you know it. So first identify what actions you can take to become a better civil engineer and then do those actions. And don't focus on what people are doing or which level they are on. You can achieve that level. You just need to put in that much work, take that much action. Yes.
The second question is that, ma'am, how to increase the vocabulary for the interviews?
So vocabulary, all right. So you can do a couple of things. For vocabulary building, you can read the newspaper and identify all the words that you don't know. Make a list of those words and make sentences with it. Or you can decide this is the word of the day, put it on your whiteboard, and try to use it in as many ways as possible. So, I was talking about how we've learned English over time, right? The more we have practiced, the more we use new words, the better we get at it. The more effortlessly these words become a part of our vocabulary. So we need to proactively identify the words we don't know, make sentences with them, and maybe every day you can pick up two words and add them to your vocabulary. So find out the meaning, find out how they are pronounced, and use them in sentences. This is one way you can do it. And but then your grammar should be correct before you start doing that. So before you start building on your vocabulary, use smaller sentences. Use shorter sentences, make them grammatically correct, ensure that you're speaking the right English, and then you build on your vocabulary. And for interviews, in specific, if you want to build your vocabulary for interviews, your vocabulary should reflect your field of knowledge. Your vocabulary should reflect the stream that you're from. So you will be expected to know the terminology that you've been taught in college, the terminology that you've been taught in your school with reference to that particular field. So a lot of things that a mechanical engineer, civil engineer, and might know, I might not know, right? So your vocabulary should reflect your technical knowledge. And just know that you're not expected to know everything. You're expected to know whatever field that you're from. You're not expected to know everything. So focus on that one thing. All of us, what we do, we tend to focus on a lot of things at one time. That's not the way to go. Focus on whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you're trying to pursue.
Ma'am, next question is that how to avoid the negative thoughts during the studies or during the career started.
Okay, how to avoid negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are always going to be there. You have to remind yourself of all your success stories, like we discussed, and you have to remind yourself that you have to take action in order to become better. So your negative thoughts, so when do we get negative thoughts? Whenever we are scared or whenever we are guilty, right? We're guilty because we're not taking action. So for example, if we are supposed to study or supposed to do an assignment and we're not doing it, we're wasting time. That is when we will get a negative thought. We will start feeling guilty. Or if we're about to, if we're supposed to give a presentation in class in front of people, even in the Zoom call, if we're supposed to be giving a presentation on Zoom and we're not prepared, or we are prepared but we're scared of addressing an audience, that is when we will feel negatively about something. So you need to tell yourself that it's okay. It's okay if you make a mistake. You will learn from it, but you have to take that action, right? So to make something positive, to make change happen, you have to take action. Action is the only way to become better at something. So keep on taking action and keep on reminding yourself. So if you're feeling scared to take action, Remind yourself of all the success stories.
Yeah, Aman, there is last question. Uh, Whenever we are filling the like we are you already take the question of the negative thoughts related to that question we are having. Suppose we are giving we are failed in some interview. Okay, then we are trying for the next interview, then also failed. So what should be our mindset for that?
Failing is a good thing, failing in a way is a good thing. I have had bad interviews. I teach people interview skills, and I have had interviews where I haven't gotten selected, but I've learned a lot from these interviews. So whenever you fail at something, you realize you have two options: either to keep on pursuing whatever you're trying to pursue, put in more effort, put in more time, and get better at it, or choose a different path. That's the second option, right? So supposing you are applying for a certain role and you're not getting it, you're not cracking your interviews, you're getting a lot of rejection, maybe because you don't have the skills they're looking out for that particular role. What can you do? You can change your field, you can change the job role. Maybe you don't have the skills for a particular role, maybe you have skills for something else. So whenever you fail, it's your chance to evaluate whether you're pursuing the right thing or not. If you're very confident that you're pursuing the right thing and this is what you want, you don't want anything else, this is the job you want, this is the company that you want to work with, this is the industry that you want to work, then you need to work on upskilling yourself, right? You need to do certifications, you need to find creative ways to gain more experience, so you can uh, achieve your goal, whatever it is that you want. So you have to decide, is that goal right for you? Is that particular job role right for you? If it's not, then you can take another route. Then you have to identify what is it that you're going to be good at, what is it that you have the skills for. So if you're failing at something, maybe this is not something that you need to pursue, you need to pursue something else. So when you fail, it's your turn, it's your chance to evaluate. Are you walking in the right path, or should you change your path? And if you're confident that you're on the right path and this is the thing that you want, you don't want anything else, this is the kind of job role you want, then you need to do certifications, you need to ask for guidance, you need to reach out to people who are more experienced than you. You can use LinkedIn to do that. Reach out to people who are more experienced than you, ask them, I have given 2-3 interviews, I haven't fared well, what is it that I can do to get more experience? I don't have experience, they're looking for someone with more experience, what is it that I can do? Read up more about the subject that you're pursuing, gain more knowledge. So whenever you go in for an interview and you haven't cracked it, it's because you might not have been able to answer the questions properly. Then work on your communication skills, right? Maybe your technical knowledge is good, but your communication skills are not good. So you need to work on that. So identify where the gap is. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, Anmol ma'am, for your valuable time and giving us such an amazing information. It was a very useful for us, and yes, it was good experience which we all had throughout the session. Also, I would like to thank our principal sir, Mr. Jatin Vaidya, and HOD Mrs. Punam Faldo to provide endless support and motivation to take such kind of initiative. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. And before I wrap it up, I just want everyone to know about the Sunflower community. So I have founded an online e-learning platform called the Sunflower Community. And what we do is every Saturday we meet and we discuss various different topics. So like I've told all of you, to find your voice, you need to speak. You need to start talking in order to become more confident. So we discuss various different topics and all positive things. You don't have to prepare for these discussions. You just have to attend them, and you just have to talk about your personal experiences and your ideas. So you can join this community, and every Saturday, every single Saturday at 8 o'clock, we have a new topic and a new positive discussion. So once you get used to talking in to an audience, you will be able to communicate more effectively, and you will be able to put your points across, put your thoughts across in a more effective way. So and you will not be scared of public speaking, because you're used to it. You will be interacting with other people who you've never met before. So this is a platform where everyone is working towards becoming better at public speaking. Everyone is working towards finding their voice. So please do come and become a part of the Sunflower community. Additionally, we have a lot of other things also that we're doing. So we're making counseling affordable. We're going to be doing counseling sessions. We're going to be doing Zumba sessions. We're doing a lot of skill development sessions as well. So whoever wants to be a part of it, I'm just dropping. There's a WhatsApp link. So how do I share it across?
Let's do one thing. Ma'am, just forward it me. I will forward it to the student.
Okay, fine. I'll just forward it to you.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. Thank you everyone for listening to me for so long. I hope that you learned something today. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly on LinkedIn or on Instagram. And please do come and become a part of my community if this is something that you're looking for. If you're looking for building up on your communication skills, you're more than welcome to join us in our discussions. And thank you so much, Hitesh sir and Radha ma'am and Parul University for giving me a platform to speak. It was a great experience and a great start to my week. So I hope that I have motivated you and boosted your confidence. So thank you all of you, and thank you sir and ma'am and Parul University. It's an honor to be speaking on this platform.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
You too.